Good evening. I'd like to talk about derive the formula of the quadratic equation. In a previous presentation, I have talked about using the quadratic formula in order to solve for any quadratic equation. Now in this presentation, we will see how this formula has been derived. So, before starting the deriving of the formula, there is a standard form for the quadratic equation. It is simply ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. In order for this quadratic equation to stay quadratic equation, the coefficient a shouldn't be equal to 0. So in this equation we have three constants. The first one is a, which is the coefficient of x squared. The second one is b, which is the coefficient of x. And the third one is the c, which is the constant term. All of these terms are at the left, and at the right we have the 0. See that the derive of the formula is based on the completion of the square. So first we need to isolate all of the x terms at one side and the constant at the other side. So simply we can add minus c to both sides of this equation. So at the left side we have ax squared plus bx, and at the right side we have minus c. As we know, in order to complete for the square, the coefficient of the x squared, which is a, should be equal to 1. So we can simply divide both sides of this equation by a in order to make the leading coefficient to be 1. So by dividing by a, we have ax squared over a plus bx over a equal minus c over a. Now we can simplify. So x squared plus b over a times x is equal to minus c over a. So this is the equation we have. We know that in order to make the completion of the square for the left side, we should take care of the coefficient of x, which is b over a. So we need to find the value of half this coefficient squared. So find half the b over a all squared. So half b over a all squared is simply equal to b squared over 4a squared. Now we can add this value, which is the b squared over 4a squared, to both sides of the equation. So the left side becomes x squared plus b over a times x plus b squared over 4a squared. And the right side we have minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. If you see, for the left side we have a complete perfect square, so we can factor this value to a binomial squared. So the left side becomes a perfect square, so we can factor the left side. So the left side, after factoring, it becomes x plus b over 2a all squared. You can check for this factoring by multiplying x plus b over 2a by itself 2 times. So you should get the left side of the top equation. And this is the right side of the equation, minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. Simply we can switch between these two terms, so it becomes b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Now we need to simplify the two terms at the right side of the equation. As you see, we have here two fractions with different denominators. So we can find the common denominator, which is 4a. So this is the left side. So this is the first term. At the right side, it stays the same. Regarding the second term, we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the common, which is 4a. So we multiply c by 4a. So we have c multiplied by 4a and a multiplied by 4a. Now we can simplify for the right side. So this is the left side. It is a binomial squared. And for the right side, now we have two fractions with same denominator. So simply we can combine these two fractions to one fraction. So it becomes same like what we have here. Now we can use the square root property. So take the square root for both sides of this equation. So for the left side, the remaining is x plus b over 2a, and for the right side, we have plus minus root squared of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. If you see that the 4a squared, it can be simplified. We know that the square root of 4a squared is 2a, so we can simplify it. So x plus b over 2a is equal plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now we need to make the x variable separate, so we can add minus b over 2a to both sides of the equation in order to keep x alone. So now we have x is equal, this is the added value, plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. If you see for the right side, we have two fractions with same denominator, which is 2a. So now we can combine these two terms. So it becomes x equal minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this is the formula that we are using in order to solve for any quadratic equations. So this is the way how this formula is derived, is based on the completion of the square. That's all. Thanks a lot for your watching. Goodbye.